Welcome everybody back. Today we're going to make a Southern classic that shows up, it seems like, every get together. And that's Southern style Kentucky baked beans. Let me show you how we're going to do this. We're going to start off with 2 cans of just plain old pork and beans. Now you can use any kind of pork and bean you like. Everybody's got a favorite. So I've tried it with a couple of different kinds and it seems to come out great. Don't matter what kind I use. So you're good there. You know, when I was a little kid, I can remember that each can of pork and beans had a little piece of pork in it. A square piece of pork fat, really. It wasn't pork. It was more like processed pork fat. But as children, if we got that piece of pork fat on our plate, it was like winning a prize. Now why, I don't know, because it really didn't have a whole lot of taste, and I think it was more there for looks. But that was just something we always, every time we had baked beans, we would look for that pork fat. Don't have that in the cans anymore. I guess modern society has done away with such things. Next on this, we've got our 2 cans of baked beans in there. We're going to add about a teaspoon of processed mustard. And this is just a yellow mustard that we've got. We'll add about a teaspoon of that in. And then we're going to take some brown sugar. Now I like using a light brown sugar. And we're going to put about 2 big heaping tablespoons of that brown sugar in those baked beans. And then I'm going to use just a little bit of salt, probably about a half a teaspoon, and a pinch of black pepper out of the old pepper box. Now we're going to stir all that together right here in this bowl, get all mixed in. One thing you want to make sure of with your brown sugar is you might have to kind of mash it down and get it to dissolve a little bit, because you want it mixed in to the baked beans at this stage. Now here's where the measuring part ends and the fun part begins. If you'll notice, these baked beans have kind of a hazy looking orangish red color. What we want to do is we're going to add some ketchup a little bit at a time until those baked beans turn a more of a darker red color. And if you'll notice, when you stir in the ketchup, and I'm probably going to add about a half a cup of ketchup for those that really like to measure. We're going to stir this in. If you notice, it kind of blends in, and after a few minutes that red color just kind of stays with it. Now by doing it by the color, that's what gives you the ability to use any kind of baked beans you might have. Any kind of the pork and beans. Or it just always makes great baked beans that way. Doesn't matter how thick or how thin the pork and beans are, it'll always come out great. So there we go. If you notice, we've got kind of a dark red color of that. And the next thing we want to add in is going to be a few strips of bacon right on top. And we just want to lay those right over the top of the beans. And you want to use about 3 strips of bacon. And I cut mine in half. Just makes it a little easier to handle. There we go. Now, on top of the bacon, we want to get a little bit fancy. And all you your friends talk about it because they won't have any idea what you've done. You want to sprinkle just a little bit of brown sugar. And what that's going to do is caramelize on top of that bacon, along with a pinch of black pepper spread around on the bacon also, right on top. Now with the black pepper and the brown sugar caramelizing on top of that bacon, I'll promise you, your friends, when they try this, will tell you they have never tasted bacon this good. Let's put it in the oven. It takes you about, I'd say 45 minutes to an hour, 350 degrees. We're looking for that bacon to crisp up on top and get a little brown, and we're looking to cook about half the moisture out of the beans, where it gives a more firmer texture, and most of this liquid you'll see in here now will be gone. So I'm going to put this in the oven. We'll be back in just a few minutes and I'll show you what we come up with. Okay everybody, the baked beans are out of the oven. Look at here now. See, all the liquid is cooked out. The bacon got a few crispy spots on top. And it's a good thick baked bean. That's what we're looking for when we're headed to the family reunion. Hey, don't forget to like us everybody. Subscribe to the channel and we'll see you next time.